Uh, I know it's a session just before lunch, so I'll try to keep it as short as possible and try to keep it interesting and engaging. So I'm Ashish, as Mithali introduced. I've been with Acefone for a while. I've worked with companies like she called out with like SAP. I've tried my own startup, tried many things. But over the span of my experience, I've learned one simple thing is that customer is king, and we all know that. At the same time, it's important to understand that when it comes to customer, it's their experience which actually drives business, whether it's their interactions with us, whether it's actually dealing with our service offerings or anything which we as business have there to offer to a customer. So here I walk the audience through a case study for one of the insurance players we're working with. I try to walk everyone through the problems we've learned along the way, the solutions which as a platform from Acefone has there to offer, and the actual learnings from the case studies I'll just put up on the board. All right, so again, just some numbers to run with. I mean, you guys are much better experts. So this is a tech guy trying to explain numbers to the banking professionals and the BFSI professionals. These are our analysis, our numbers, which we have learned. I think in one of the sessions in the morning, even Balaji sir, the CTO from SBI Bank also mentioned the customer acquisition cost. The customer acquisition is a large cost. Even Dr. Roy mentioned in the morning. And fintechs, whether it's fintechs, the digital banking sector, the acquisition costs are 15,000. I mean 10 to 15K. To some banks could be 25 spending 25K. Again, fintechs could be spending anywhere up to a 10K number. It really depends on the scale and the investments you have really gathered. It's nothing to really work on. But the differentiator is what actually drives value. What we've learned I think it's not that only BFSI. I would try to be a bit more ambitious in calling that pretty much all the industries which we are working with. We saw travel being talked of since morning. BFSI, of course, is one of the industry wherein there is a customer churn happening, keeping where the customer is not in the center, as in their experience is being impacted. What we have learned is, again, some data points from Harvard case studies. Again, these are global studies. Nothing, maybe some are relevant to Indian context as well. The 25% customers switched a bank within last year. There are wealth managers being changed very, very often. 1 out of 3 is being changed. And of course, the customers are changing insurance. I personally, I've changed my car insurance provider pretty much every year because either they're not giving me the right service or they're too expensive for the value they're offering. So such as an end consumer, the learnings have been very different. Salesforce, being a CRM top vendor, has said that financial customers, they would switch for digital experience. And of course, Salesforce is building their own AI world and all the fancy things. But importantly, customers have to be at the center point, is what we all know that. The game changer is in our learnings, even we do for our business. Any customer, the lifetime value, the larger the value of that customer, the higher the ROI from the same customer. From a business standpoint, any business will think like that. And if the experience gets hampered, the ROI gets hampered, and hence, ROI gets hampered if the retention is shorter. So with this, I'd like to just quickly, this is a high-level understanding of the insurance journey, which Again, as a software vendor, we have we have brought up on the board. A lead journey starts at a lead, or a loyalty journey or a renewal journey starts really at the lead, where the customer comes in and they actually move down to until they review with us. They walk through all the layers of application, issuance of the insurance, the claims, if there is any complaints, support issues, as I also called out from a personal experience, and as well as the renewal. What are the problem segment of it? So product guy thinking problems and trying to work on a solution. So classical method, nothing rocket about it. So what we learned that there were limited time to generate leads. There were limited data points or touch points. The quality of leads, we are trying to buy data, our own data, as Abhijit sir also mentioned, and they are fundamentally, the quality is at times either old, stale, not good, कुछ भी हो सकता है literally यहाँ पर. And there are then from an application, so a lot of customers, like I personally am very comfortable doing asynchronous conversation. So I'd prefer message or a WhatsApp or a SMS and so on. But some companies, they will keep you on a call, video record ho raha hai, or live video ho raha hai. I mean, I understand KYC, but as a customer, I'm not comfortable. So, and all my data, so sometimes what happens is, as an end customer, we are creating, they're taking all my documents. So I remember taking a home loan some years back. The bank person actually took all my Aadhaar license details on WhatsApp. कहते sir WhatsApp कर दो sir मैं system में डाल दूँ. I'm like, I'm not comfortable. Send me an email please. Because it's for them it's easier, but as an end customer I would like to share it with somebody authorized. And importantly, they lost my documents also. I said I shared it with the agent. They said, "Arey sir, वो system में रह गया." I'm like, why is that happening? So you actually end up misplacing documents. It's haywire. Maybe you communicated over an email, but it's not available on an SMS or in the system or on a WhatsApp channel. It's kind of an omni-channel also brings in with its own set of challenges. And of course, the privacy, as I mentioned, is core. It leads to challenges in issuance, either in terms of its, educating the customers. You have to be very, very close in terms of, close to the customer in terms of explaining what does it mean from an insurance standpoint. There are softwares now, again, thanks to summary and all those fancy things which are there, wherein you upload a document, you get a summary, what are the core things to learn and so on. Again, whether that will cover all the things which a customer is supposed to know or not, we don't know. But the tech is there. There has to be a governance around it, right? So similarly, when it comes to claims, it should be easy. I shouldn't be calling an agent. I mean, the moment I say, okay, I'm in an accident, it's a car insurance, or I'm in a health emergency, it should be, the insurance should immediately kick in. However, in a lot of medical emergency situations, we've taken insurance for disasters, right? Not for regular day-to-day things. People actually take insurance for disasters. Similarly, the silos actually leads to a lot of application drops. By the way, these are all points, all touch points where an end customer gets either frustrated or irritated or is not having a seamless experience, right? And of course, last is the renewals, wherein a limited automation and lack of connectivity, wherein, I don't know, I'm sure all of you would start getting, as end consumers, I would say, you would start getting renewal calls from, sir, aapka insurance expire hone wala hai 1 mahine mein, why don't you renew, or 2 months earlier. Why do we keep bothering a customer when maybe a person like me, again, somebody called out that you need to know your customer to the core. People need to understand that if somebody is communicating asynchronously, we have to respect that. But That doesn't stop a lot of times. So these are classical challenge, and so Gartner recently called